Hey, what's going on out there, y'all? It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Jara Durant, aka Stunner Stetson. And of course, your girl is back with another review of Basic to Baddies over on Tubi, presented by Miss Janea Mache. And baby, let's just say we are finna get into episode 2, which is titled No Mirror, No Mercy. Baby, I cannot wait to see what episode 2 is about to give. As you know, on our last episode, we got an introduction to all of the young ladies that are in the house and that are joining up, which is Pluto, Aaliyah, Alicia, um, Juju, Nay, um, oh, who else? Girl, I got a list. I got the girls' names on the list. Oh, La Porche. I can't think of the other girl name. This body out right now. I'm gonna come to y'all with it. Hold on. I win Jennifer and Nunu. Okay, all of the girls. So, y'all, as we get into the opening scene of episode 2, season 1, which is titled No Mirror, No Mercy, the ladies are meeting up with Miss Janae and Frankie, and they are going to give the girls a makeup challenge. So it's going to be very interesting to see the ladies come in the room. Frankie and Miss Janelle is already sitting down, and the ladies are coming in. They're excited. They're ready for this challenge. And let's just say Miss Janelle went on and jumped out into it. So she was like, so I heard from Frankie that, everybody had a different reason. They had their, reasons why they wanted to be here. So I just want to know, what is everybody's reason for being here? Because she's like, I had auditions. I had a lot of girls come in. I had a lot of people with different stories. I need to know why y'all really here. And Frank was like, well, because I heard, clout. Now, maybe it might be something else. Maybe it might be something different. I don't know. But I heard clout. And I'm like, Frankie. So then, y'all, she speaks up and she says, to help with her self-confidence and to just help her build in the world of influence. And Miss Janae's like, I just want to know who around me because look here, I worked hard, I built this, I did this by myself. Like, people can feel how they want to feel about me on social media, out there in the world. Understand, I built this, I made this platform, I gave, opportunity because, hey, I know where I came from, and which is very important. And we even hear from Miss LaPorche, and she gets to open up, and share with Miss Janae about how, she feels that they have similar experiences and that they both have just lived through and went through. And I think it's very interesting to see in this opening scene so far. So, yes. As Miss Janae is telling them, like, she don't want anybody around her for cloud. She don't want that energy around her because guess what? At the end of the day, she gotta go home, she gotta go parent, and she don't want to take that home to her child. And that's when our girl, Miss Jennifer, opens up, and, she shares that she also feels that, her and Miss Janelle has the same story and that they both have just came from the same places and just how she has made it and built her own platform and look what she's done as a boss for herself. I think is great acknowledgement. And then we hear from our girl, Miss Alicia, and Alicia said the same thing she said in day one when she came into the house. Look here, she coming to inspire people, let people know, hey, you can make it, you can overcome your circumstances and your challenges. And saying that honestly is like probably the most inspiring thing so far. But the ladies are still out here. We still get information. We still getting tea from the girls. So after the ladies get through sharing, Miss Janelle's attorney asked Frankie, so Frankie, is that what you heard? Frankie said someone standing on it, not everybody. He said he may have been interpreted some things wrong, but everybody ain't saying what they said when they met him. And he said maybe it's because they're meeting Miss Janelle for the first time face to face. And Miss Janelle just went on and said to the girls, like, I'm gonna tell you something. If you said it, you said it. Stand on it. Because she said real baddies, they don't back down on it. Real bosses, they don't back down off what they said. They said it, they said it. And I'm like, clear. But she said, y'all, we finna go ahead and get into this makeup challenge. Okay. And baby, let's just say the girls is on the timer. They got a mirror. They got a little bit of products. And baby, they got to get to work. And we gotta see what they finna do. Because if you're gonna be a baddie, you're gonna be a boss. You gotta be able to work. And we finna see what the ladies is finna do. So Miss Janelle tells the ladies that they have 1 minute to wipe off all the makeup that they have on, and that they're gonna have 3 minutes to use the products that they have in front of them to get ready. She said because guess what? Sometimes she has had bookings, and flights have been delayed, cancellation, and guess what, babe? She's only had no time to put on lip gloss, throw on some shades, keep it moving, get to the event, and handle her business. And she says this activity is just to show the ladies like, hey, sometimes you're gonna have to be ready and be on the go no matter what's going on. So you gotta be prepared at all times. And you know, while she is explaining these things and talking to the ladies, um, a little tussle, and when I say tussle, I mean words, discrepancy happens between our girl, Miss Alicia, and Miss Jennifer. And baby, let's just say the girls saying the girls pressed. The girls say ain't nobody pressed about you. Going back and forth. Miss Jeanette's trying to get these things under control because she's like, baby, it's a lot happening right now. The girls is going back and forth. They don't need to be doing this. Frankie is like, baby, the girls is in their feelings. Miss Bob, which I think he's talking about Alicia, he love her, but she wanted me to start the show. It's a lot going on, y'all. It really is. And like, this is just the ladies trying to get ready for a challenge. So as Miss Janelle and Frankie is outside talking to the girls, Frankie is basically giving the girls like the hard earnest truth. Like, if you ain't got it, you're gonna have to make it work. If you don't have it, you're gonna have to make it work. There can't be any excuses. And he said, you know, that's the reason why the ladies are there to learn that you can't let anything stop you from getting to what you're trying to get to and trying to pursue what you're trying to pursue, because you're gonna have to make it some shape, some work at any moment, at any chance, at any opportunity. And he said, you know, understand, being in this business and in this industry, you could get fired from a no. You could be blackballed from the wrong way you say what's up to somebody. Like, it could be a number of things. So you can't go somewhere and tell people you don't want to work because you don't have what you need. You have to use what you have and make it work and go best foot forward. And I think him saying it kind of like helped the girls see the perspective of what Miss Jeanette is doing for them and how she's doing it. And baby, Miss Jeanette says they get over into their next section and portion of the challenge. And then baby, you know, we get to hear our girls speak. And of course, y'all know we hear from our girl, Miss Alicia, you know, about how she's feeling and about in this moment. And she's just expressing and sharing. And it's good to see everybody, you know, just having that sisterhood. So yes, y'all. As we get into our next exercise with the ladies, Miss Janelle is asking the ladies, or to letting them know that, hey, they all have a journal. Write something down, something personal that they want to let go of, and they ain't got to share it. They don't have to like tell anybody, and they're gonna burn it. And she said she wants to do the exercise because, you know, it's a lot of things that we as people sometimes hold on to that we don't need to, and to move to the next version of ourselves or our potential. And you know, of course, we hear from Frankie and about him sharing a little bit about his story and about what he is letting go. And then we hear, of course, from Miss Janelle about what she is letting go. And then they start talking to the ladies and they ask everybody if there is anything that they would like to share. Now, they don't have to share, but if they would like to, they can. And our girl, Miss LaPorche, before she could even really get into it, the tears was rolling, emotions were high. You could definitely see that there are some things that she really has been wanting to let go. And I think her being around these potential baddies and having this opportunity to really speak and share on this platform, it gives her, I think, the sense that she's on the right path. And like I said, our girl LaPortia is opening up, and she's basically opening up like about her children's father and like the feelings that she has and the place they put her in emotionally. But she said she's glad to have this opportunity to like voice her opinions, voice how she feels. And even Frankie gave her like some really good advice about she can't hold that stuff in. She gotta let it out because it's better to let it out than hold it in. And which I agree. And like you said, as long as you don't act on it, do nothing on it. I was like, yeah, Frankie, I agree with that. And even Miss Jeanette gets very emotional talking about this subject and talking about raising her child and how it is being for her as a mom and what she has to do, and like how when she had her son, it was just her and her mother in the delivery room, and she was like she didn't have ex with her mother, and she said, it's just when you come to talk about your kids and the experiences, like it's something different. And I think to see this emotional side of her is very truthful and just shows what kind of heart she has. And then, y'all, we hear from our girl, Miss Jennifer, and we actually find out that Miss Jennifer lost her dad over a year ago, that they were on bad terms, what she wants about her life, the love that she wants, and just where she's headed in the next stages. And I think it's really dope to like hear everyone's story and hear where they're coming from, their perspectives, especially in their lives. Then we hear from our girl, Miss Nave, and Miss Nave said, baby, look, she just wanna end her anger issues. Like she wanna stop being angry, she wanna stop being mad, okay? I know where she coming from, I feel this on that. So we closed out the activity with everyone putting their letters into the fire, and let's just say Miss Janae was like, so y'all, let's end things on a peaceful note. She's like, y'all stand up, say y'all peace. She said, but I just want everything to be okay and be all right because y'all don't know each other that well to be having beef so soon. Y'all just in the house. And Jennifer says, we was cool on the bus. So I don't even know what all this is about. Baby, the girls. Basic to Baddies. Okay, episode 2. Come on, Tubi. I see you. No Mirror, No Mercy. Thank you all. I can't wait to review episode 3. Y'all, please make sure y'all tag, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's been your girl, Stona _season. Bye, y'all.